Third application is sheets. Okay. Derive an expression for electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. See here, sheet, but that sheet is infinitely long sheet. That means we don't know this n as well as this n as well as this n as well as this n. Nothing we know. Okay, like a sky, where it starts and where it ends, we don't know. Okay, now like that, all four ends we don't know. Such kind of bodies, I can say it is infinite plane sheet. Thickness is negligible. Okay, here charge is uniformly distributed. Like this. Okay, do you draw completely? Okay, so here how it will produce electric field, what will be the electric field diagram for this sheet, we'll see. I've already told you clearly, if you have a point charge like this, it produces electric field in a spherical shape. In all directions you will have field lines. Previously only we have seen, if you bring one more charge here, if you place it below, for this charge lower hemisphere is absent. All the field lines existing in the lower hemisphere are shifted to upper hemisphere. This charge do not have upper hemisphere. All field lines will shift to lower hemisphere. If you place a charge here, this charge do not have hemispheres. Field will be distributed radially outward along a circular shape. We have realized in case of linear conductor, you imagine now, if you place another charge here, see here, this charge is already, electric field lines are radially outward along the circle now actually. If I place here, half of the circle is cutted. This half of the circle you do not have any field lines. All will shift to this half of the circle. If you place one more charge here, this half of the circle is also absent now. So that means here field lines are not along the radial directions, no longer it is radial direction. So then where they gone, all 100 field lines means 50 lines will come towards you and 50 lines will go inside. That means now electric field lines becomes parallel and straight. So that's why if you have a continuous charge distribution like this, all field lines are parallel and few are towards you and rest will be inside the board. This field diagram you should realize, this is important. That means this sheet produces electric field lines in a straight lines. So that's why electric field produced by a thin large sheets is uniform electric field. This is very important. Electric field lines are all going like an arrows like this. Some field lines will go behind. Some field lines will be this side and some field lines will be this side. They are going parallel. This you have to realize. This is important. So electric field produced by sphere is non-uniform. Linear charged conductor is non-uniform. But whereas electric field produced by sheets is uniform. If you want to calculate electric field at any point in front of this sheet, you select that point and I need to draw a Gaussian surface. So which kind of Gaussian surface I have to draw means it is very easy to draw a Gaussian surface for this plane sheet is, I will take the points which are located at the same distance from the sheet. Imagine this is sheet. I have selected one point here. As you select go on points in a circle, they are all at equidistant from this sheet. Or else you may take all points in a triangle. You take all points in a square, you take all points in a rectangle. Any shape you draw, two-dimensional shape here, all the points will be equidistant from this. That means drawing a Gaussian surface for sheet is so simple. I'll take this all points which are located in a circular path, I'll take. So this is one. And see, from this sheet it is at a distance r. We have to select one more point which is at the same distance from this side. These 2 points I have taken. Okay, now the Gaussian surface is cylinder, or it can be imagined as a prism. If you consider their triangle, you will get a prism. So these are the Gaussian surfaces for this sheet. But charge lies only on this circle. So charge lies on this region I have to take to calculate electric field. Okay, see here, I need to realize the flux through the surfaces. See here, for this cylinder we have curved surface. Previously we have seen in case of linear charged conductor, here one is circular lid and here we have another circular lid. But see, there flux is passing through curved surface and there is no flux passing through the lids of the cylinder. But whereas here electric field is in this direction, electric field is straight lines parallel. Okay, electric field will be in this direction. That means field lines are passing through the lid of the cylinder. Okay, if you want to take a small area of the Gaussian surface, it is also in the direction of electric field. That means now flux is passing through this lid as well as this lid. Here electric field will be in this direction. If you take a small portion, ds bar is also in this direction. So that means flux is passing through this area as well as this area. Both I have to add. But whereas if you take a small elemental portion on the curved surface of the cylinder, here area vector will be upward ds bar. But here at this particular point electric field will be in this direction. So that means electric field and ds bar are perpendicular 90 degrees. That means flux through this curved surface is 0. So no need to calculate flux through this curved surface because it is 0. So by the definition, circular integral of E bar dot ds bar, I have to calculate for 2 lids of the cylinder. That means I have to do it twice. Okay, that is equal to charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught. This I will say E into ds into cos 0 integral is equal to, I need to write charge enclosed here. That means I need to calculate charge lying on this circular area on the sheet. It's a plane, you will get circle. Okay, that means surface charge density I have to calculate. Charge enclosed can be calculated by using the concept of surface charge density. So sigma is equal to Q. You want charge lying on this area. Okay, this distance I will take it as R. Okay, this distance, to differentiate that one, this distance I will take it as X. Okay, so for this circle of radius small r, circular area is pi r square, surface area is pi r square. Okay, that means charge enclosed by that circle is sigma into pi r square. Okay, so now see this. Cos 0 is 1, electric field at any point on this circle is same. So E can be written outside. So E into integral of ds is S into 1, that is equal to charge enclosed is sigma pi r square divided by epsilon naught. Okay, so surface area I can write it as pi r square, but I need to take two areas here, this pi r square as well as this pi r square. So that's why electric field E is equal E into 2 times pi r square, that is equal to sigma into pi r square divided by epsilon naught. Pi r square cancel. Then electric field E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Here you see electric field is independent of distance. X is not there here. Electric field at any point due to thin sheet is independent of distance. That means electric field due to sheet is uniform electric field. Whenever you want uniform electric field, you need to supply charge to a sheets. Then you will get uniform electric field, that's it. Okay, this is important. Okay. Here you see this is plain sheet. Usually if they say simply plain sheet, we have to think that is a thin sheet. That means whatever we have done derivation, thin sheet. If it is a thick sheet means this thickness will be there for that. Okay, now in this case actually you will have two surfaces. One surface produces electric field at any point is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Other surface also produces sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So if you add both, you will get electric field is 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So electric field becomes sigma by epsilon naught. You have to understand this simple difference between thin and thick. Thick have two surfaces, thin have only one surface. One surface electric field is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Two surfaces field is sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that is sigma by epsilon naught. See, sheet means sigma by epsilon naught or sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Everyone will have this basic confusion. In case of thin sheets like a gold foil, then it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Thick sheet like duster, then it is sigma by epsilon naught. Why? Because two surfaces are there, both will produce electric field. If you add those two, you will get sigma by epsilon naught.